Alright, so this is my presentation on my internship at NBW Architects. I just want to start with talking a little bit about how I got to my internship. The first thing I had to do was prepare. There's a lot of prep work in getting ready for an internship, and what I found most useful was the experience that I've gained. So I've found opportunities. I looked hard. I asked for teachers to be a TA so I can further my experience in the area that I wanted, which is architecture. So I worked and I gained that experience. I also gained a lot of relationships with my teachers, and that's been really helpful because they are willing to give me letters of recommendation and have good things to say about my work ethic. Um, and this allowed me to build my resume and my portfolio. Nice thing about in architecture is we have a lot of projects that I get to put into my portfolio that I can actually see with their eyes, any possible employer. And so I have a website that they just go to and they can see my resume on there. They can see all the work I've done in my classes, and they can access my LinkedIn, anything on there, my contact information. So that was really helpful. And so after I had gained that experience and did all that prep work, I guess, I went out looking for my internship. It wasn't easy at all in any way. I had to ask teachers. I emailed different companies all over the country. I went into info sessions that companies would come to the campus and talk about their company, oftentimes looking for interns. And I interviewed with a lot of them, and I would even ask other fellow students about their internships, if they knew of any possibilities. And so this took a lot of time and a lot of effort to get to that point. But after I had interviewed and met with a number of companies, I had received 2 offers, and all out of all the people I had met with. And so I just want to say, don't get discouraged if you don't get the first person that you interview with. But I was given 2 chances for my internship, and so I chose NBW Architects because they were more focused on what I actually wanted and what I plan to do in the future. And also they're local, so I didn't have to move my family, whereas the other one was really far down in Texas, and it would just be a long journey for all of us, and it would be a lot harder to deal with. So at NBW Architects, I'm there actually currently. They wanted me to be there for the time needed for the internship, but then to also continue all the way through September. So I'm actually going to be there for a very long time, multiple months. Anyway, so my experience there, I've learned so much, and way more than I feel like I could have learned in any class. And I've worked really hard so that they like me, I like them, and they're willing to give letters of recommendation. Also, they want to help me. They trust my advice about people. And so, one thing I want to, like, the advice I guess I would give to anyone looking for an internship is to know that the small things matter. That if everything you do, someone could be watching, and someone could be the person that gives advice about you. I had an experience from this company I'm at right now. They were looking for another intern, and they asked me about someone that also applied for an internship and what I thought about them. And personally, I love to give good advice about people, but from my experience with this person, I had to give my honest opinion about how I thought she didn't have the best work ethic. And because of that, I know that they didn't want to bring her on. And so I just want to say that the small things matter, and just be careful what people are thinking. So I guess the last thing I really want to say is just don't quit. I interviewed with so many companies and was denied a lot, and so if at first you don't succeed, try again. It's true. I know everyone hears that phrase, but I just want to say, just let keep going. That lost opportunity is a chance for a new one, and that's how I got to where I am now, and it's the best internship I think I could have done. And so I hope you enjoy this presentation and that it helps you in what you're trying to get in life.